On this day, the 7th of October 2020, and I look at what's going on in the hospital in Nassau, Bahamas, where Bahamians has to be on the outside of the hospital with drips because of the volume of patients in the Princess Margaret Hospital. But I watched all over the world, sensible thinking leaders have turned gymnasiums and other places into a makeshift hospital. Why can't we have that in the Bahamas if you care for Bahamians? I noted after we were evacuated to Nassau after Hurricane Dorian, the Bahamas government found the Poinciana Inn, the Kendall GL I-6 gymnasium with air condition, and they put up the Haitians. They were not even Bahamians. They were Haitians. They fed them for 3 days in air condition for over 1 year. Yet Bahamians cannot get health care. They could have turned the same gym that has air condition into a makeshift hospital to accommodate Bahamians if they care. But that's what happened when you have the likes of Ellsworth Johnson, Frankie Campbell, the Folks, the Aguilar, the Emmanuels, all them that has that Papa Doc style mentality. They brought that attitude from Haiti, and the same thing that Papa Doc did, they have brought that into the House Assemblies of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, that they're bleeding the purse. We have never been this bad under any government, under any situation. It's only because of the Haitian mentality that they brought into the House of Assemblies in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, that they're lining their purse. How could it be that some $4 billion has evacuated and nothing to show, not even paying down our national debt, but we have already exceeded $4 billion. In Abaco, we don't have one thing that we can brag about the government accomplishing since Hurricane Dorian. Thank God for the professionalism of Samaritan Police and Corps and all hands and all the other NGOs that came to the rescue of Abaconians. To date, still to date, we're still trying to pick up the pieces, and the little thing that we have left to hope on is that we can get some monies to have some duty-free. And the government is threatening to take away the duty-free from us in December. That will definitely stop the growth. Some people brag, oh, we had over a year. Them greedy brutes that had insurance and had ways of making money through the government disaster program, they could have gone ahead and pocket up and buy all the materials that they need. But the persons that got stuck with the COVID-19 and all the other expenses couldn't go readily and buy what they need. But them ones that had the money, they say it's okay for the government now to pull the duty-free back in December. But I say it's unacceptable. That's what we call not being my brother's keeper. The haves already got, and they want to make sure that the have-not continue to have not. That is not the Bahamas that I'm proud of. That is not a government I'm proud of. The government's supposed to make sure that the least among us is taken care of. What has happened to all the monetary funds that have been sent in? Everybody stopped speaking about that. They're just speaking about what people have decided not to give. How could they give when they see a country that the money that they have already give is not given to the people that the money is supposed to be given to? Why should they trust the government and the people of Abaco do not trust the government on the monies? Nothing has been priority to this government. Remember, 1 year, 1 month, and 7 days that our Member of Parliament Darren Henfield and James Albury have not sit down to the people that elected them to speak on their behalf. If they don't speak to the people, how can they speak for us? Especially when they live in their comfortable homes in Nassau. We have been without electricity for 1 year, without water for 1 year. Still, some of us living in car, in tents, in makeshift shelters, old vehicles, and still no answers, not a word up from the people that we elected in Darren Henfield and James Albury. The authority that they put a new ministry in to speak for Abaco and Grand Bahama. To date, we have not had one meeting with them to say what they are prioritizing, what is first needed. Only way they know, because neither one of them lives there, they should be speaking to the people that knows what they need in their district. So far, they can't even pay the bill at Abaco Hardware. You imagine that? All the monies that are collected, 1 month and 7 days, Abaco Hardware has refused the government vouchers. So that means 1 month and 7 days, the rebuilding of these people's homes have come to a halt because they have a useless voucher from the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, cannot honor their commitment to pay the hardware for the material that they sent the residents of Abaco to the hardware to collect. They can't even pay their bill. This is not a good look for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and this FNM government. They today have the residents of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas outdoors at the Princess Margaret Hospital. All of them collectively has that Papa Doc mentality, care only about themselves. They should have already thought about making a makeshift hospital long time ago to accommodate the residents of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But they went firstly and made sure that the illegal Haitians was accommodated 1 year later and fed them every day. Kai Mills and most of the residents of Dundastan never got any of that type of treatment from our government. But yet today, the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is outdoors in the hospital with their drips, hanging on to their life because this FNM government that promised to be so caring don't give a hell whether you live or die. It was evident of that when they put our loved ones in the trailer behind the hospital in Abaco and left them there for 9 months. Now the living is being left outdoors in the hospital in Nassau, just waiting on death. They don't care. Kai cares. That's why I'm here, letting you know on WCAY that the best thing that could happen to this country is an election to get rid of this uncaring, heartless, unconsiderate FNM Prime Minister, members of Parliament of North Abaco, Darren Henfield and James Albury. That will be the best thing that has happened to the Bahamas since the most devastating hurricane. We still have a hurricane called the FNN, Uncaring FNM government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Call the election. That is the only thing that could save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Kai Case. That's why he's here early morning on the 7th day of October 2020. Let you know that this government showed no compassion, no soul, no heart, no care. 1 year, 1 month, and 7 days after the hurricane, we're still going through a hurricane called the FNM government, and this clueless, lost FNM Prime Minister called the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, a gynecologist that has lost his way and became Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. He is so far, his legacy will go down in history as the worst of the worst, guaranteed. And boy, would his life change after he become a normal citizen. I can't wait. And I know that he cannot walk down the streets of Bay Street when he doesn't have that prime ministerial power. When the people take that power back, he's gonna see the real Bahamian when they lashed out on him, whenever they see him in their daily walk, for how he destroyed the lives, the hope, and the dreams of common Bahamians, and continue to do so with this unnecessary lockdown, and don't have any answer. Just lock down, throw the key away, open up. That has destroyed many lives for many decades to come in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, because we have a prime minister that is clueless. 1 year, 1 month, and 7 days later, he is clueless on how to run a country and how to energize the economy of the Bahamas that he purposely killed because he's clueless on how to be a prime minister. Kai Case. That's why he's here.